Icecream is a song, and the funny thing about Icecream is in a sense, it's a very typical social document. Pop music tends to capitalize upon events or feelings of the mass public and write songs about them because the public then buy these songs about themselves, more or less. And that Icecream song was written in the very early 1920s. And at that time, first of all, there was a popularity for so-called college songs, possibly because a generation of young Americans had come back from World War I and were now, the colleges were overfull, with people who were college age anyway, plus all the ones who didn't get to college because they were fighting in World War I but had a right to go to college, although a bit older. So, and college became a very in thing in America. So college songs were an in style. And the other thing which came up at that time was the invention of the electric refrigerator. You see, you can't make hard ice cream with flavors in it unless you have a powered refrigerator. Ice cream before that was made with an ice box, with an ice block. You could make soft ice cream. You couldn't get flavors into it properly. And suddenly, with the invention of the mass production of the refrigerator and the freezer, that meant that ice cream was suddenly available everywhere. And not only that, with all amazing flavors in it. There was a sudden enormous drive towards it. Howard Johnson, all the flavors and so on. As the joke in Blazing Saddles says, Howard Johnson won flavor, the film being set before they invented it. So Ice Cream was a song, a typical Tin Pan Alley creation of a song to capitalize on something which is in the public eye at the moment. And he invented, the guy wrote a song about selling refrigerators to Eskimos, effectively speaking, to sell ice cream to Eskimos. So he invented a song about an Eskimo college up in Bula Bula, where they're all amazed because now they can buy ice cream. And the lyrics of the song, the proper lyrics of the song, which we don't sing, are about that, are nice little play on words in English, very neat lyric, which we didn't even know when we made our record. When we made our record, the reason we played the song at all was because when we started the band, Molly Sunshine, Don Donegan, Jim Bray, Ron Bowden and myself, we had no trumpet in the band in 1952, and we only had the courage to carry on without a piano or a trumpet because we had some records by some musicians with just that lineup, which sounded fine to us. One of those records was by the great George Lewis from New Orleans, made by Bill Russell, an American music label. And they played a tune called Ice Cream with trombone, clarinet, banjo, bass and drums. It sounded very, very good, a marvelous record. So we thought, we must do this number. So we did it. And then when Pat Halcox joined the band, we said, shouldn't we sing it? So we made some words up. The words we made up are pretty limited, but they are in English. Possibly at the time, they were just about the maximum level of difficulty for the average German or Dutch person to understand. And so it was perfect over here. Funny enough, it never caught on in England the same way, because the lyric was just too stupid for England. In the English language, it didn't really make sense in English. But to foreign people who didn't understand English very well, it represented something quite catchy for them. So we played this song, and Pat made up the words best he could. And from half-heard wrong words on some other record. And there it is. And that's the story of Ice Cream.